A very good day to you. I'm Hank Gross, MidHudsonNews.com. It's Monday, August 24th. The news today brought to you by the Galleria at Crystal Run. A female Town of New Windsor police officer was struck by a vehicle as the officer arrived at the scene of a previous accident on Route 207 between Union Avenue and Route 300 in New Windsor. Police say the incident happened around 8 o'clock last night when a vehicle came along, struck the officer, and left the scene. The vehicle was located a short time later, and a woman was taken in for questioning, police say. Investigators said both the officer and the driver in the initial accident were taken to Montefiore St. Luke's Cornwall Hospital in Newburgh. New Windsor police were assisted at the scene by state police. It was a night of violence in the Village of Liberty Saturday. Bloody footsteps were observed outside an apartment at 155 Main Street after a 7 p.m. stabbing. The victim was reportedly stabbed several times and suffered heavy blood loss. Just 5 minutes later, another person was stabbed at 46 Chestnut Street. About 4 hours later, paramedics were called to the Liberty Police Station on Main Street for a man who sustained facial injuries after an assault. Sullivan County will be launching a food scrap recycling pilot program in 1 month. The idea is to divert food scraps away from landfills where their decomposition creates methane and instead compost them. Food scraps are one of the largest components of trash sent to landfills and incinerators, says County Legislature Chairman Rob Doherty.
$17 million a year getting rid of our garbage. We can reduce that by 40%.
The pilot program offers 400 starter kits for residents, although they're not required. The bins are then brought to a county transfer station, where they were then brought to the Ulster County Resource Recovery Center for commercial composting. More news right after this.
Find over 100 retailers allowing you to spend hours shopping safely at the Galleria at Crystal Run. Enjoy the big brands and the diverse selection of family-owned stores all in one location. The Galleria at Crystal Run offers dining options for everyone with Fuji 110 Grill, Allen's Mediterranean Grill, and Peru Cuisine. Discover the Mid-Hudson Valley's premier shopping, dining, and entertainment destination, the Galleria at Crystal Run. For more information, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, or visit GalleriaCrystalRun.com.
The Dutchess County Local Development Corporation Board has approved the issuance of its variable rate revenue bonds for construction of a new dormitory at Bard College in Dutchess County. College officials say there's a need for the additional on-campus housing because of a shortage of off-campus housing. The school will bond between $113 million and $114 million. Officials hope that the new residence hall will be completed and ready for student occupancy by the fall 2025 semester. Bard will return to the Local Development Corporation at a later date, seeking bonds to construct a new performing arts center. 1 month after Newburgh Mayor Torrance Harvey sat down with a group of Hasidic Jewish landlords to discuss their concerns and that of their tenants, an anti-Semitic poster has surfaced in the city. Harvey did not mince words when he condemned the racist message.
I have fought my entire life against racism and discrimination in any form, against any one group of people. Okay? I fought my entire life against racism, discrimination, and hate speech. There's no place for that. There's no place for that in our political discourse in Newburgh. There's no place for that in our culture. There's no place for that in our political discourse in the United States of America.
Meanwhile, 2 suspects, a 21-year-old man and a 12-year-old boy, both from Muncie, have been arrested and charged with overnight burglaries in 3 locations in the town of Ramapo. The locations were all religious facilities, including synagogues. It is 125 years since a monument to Marquis de Lafayette was dedicated in 1898 at Rambout Rural Cemetery in the town of Fishkill. The tribute to the French aristocrat who played a pivotal role in the American and French revolutions was rededicated on Sunday in an event that included Monsieur Damien Le Bon, French Deputy Consul General in New York. Lafayette, who sailed to the New World to support the colonies, would become a major general in the colonial army of General George Washington. After the American Revolution, Lafayette returned to France, which was in the infancy of its revolution. An underage boy has been charged with 2 felony counts for allegedly reporting a false bomb threat to the area of Burger King on Windsor Highway in New Windsor. The building and exterior were searched by a police officer and his canine. Further investigation of the Friday incident led to the arrest of a boy who was charged with 2 counts of falsely reporting an incident. I'm Hank Gross, MidHudsonNews.com. The news today brought to you by the Galleria at Crystal Run.